Hey guys, this is Callum from EnglishShooting and we're here down at the range to complete a UKPSA long gun safety course. This is really the first step into competition shooting within IPSC, with the UKPSA being the IPSC franchise. They are responsible for making sure people are competent and safe and pretty much ready for competition, and they do that with their safety courses. So we've got Connors and Alex Florence behind me, so it's myself and Alex Florence on the safety course today, with Connors giving the safety course as he is a recent qualified instructor for the UKPSA. So we've come down on the range, we've already done a bit of classroom learning. Connor's going over basic handling of firearms, basic safety principles and rules of IPSC, and really an introduction. So if you're new to the sport and you don't really know a lot about it, the half an hour in the classroom really gives you a brief introduction, so you know what you're doing when you come out onto the range. So we're going to be doing a range of different tests, a range of different activities to make sure that we're competent and that we're safe, and Connors will be assessing us throughout the day. So it is a failable course, you can fail it, and if we do anything that Connors is not happy with, he will either fail us or he can refer us to further instruction and further assessment. So my goal is to pick up a competition license which will enable me to shoot the level 3 matches held here in the UK, and again is also the first step on being able to shoot international matches as well. So let's get down onto the range and show you what a UKPSA safety course is all about. One thing that's important to note is that this was a one-day safety course. Usually a UKPSA safety course is 2 days. With Alex and myself being fairly experienced practical shooters, he was confident of our ability already and was confident without compromising the course that he could go through it in 1 day. So if you are new to practical shooting and you go and do a safety course, don't be surprised or offended if you have to do it over 2 days. So the course is started off quite lightly. Connors is really watching how you're handling the gun, where your trigger finger is. So it might look a little bit samey and boring to start with, but this is just a chance for the instructor to sort of touch base with where you're at. Throughout the day as well, Connors is demonstrating, so he's showing us what he wants from us and what we are aiming to achieve from coming out of the safety course. We then start to mix it up a little bit, shooting from both shoulders. Again, this is a common thing within practical shooting. Within a stage, there might be a target which requires you to switch over the shoulder and maneuver the gun around the obstacle. So to make sure that you can do this safely, and there is a technique to doing it proficiently, which Connors has showed us and has instructed us, and he's just making sure that we've got that down as well, all about gun manipulation and safe gun handling during a stage. We then start to shoot from different positions. So within practical shooting, you're not always going to be standing. You are going to be crouching, bending over, kneeling, and in some circumstances going prone. You want to be proficient with all of these and be comfortable with doing all of these positions before you're thrown into a match. Connors is shouting commands at us, so he doesn't want us to just shoot 5 times standing up, 5 times kneeling, 5 times prone. He's shouting all the different positions at us so that we have to think on our feet. It's all well and good being able to just do it in a no stress environment, but a practical match can be quite stressful, and it's when your mind wanders or you're thinking about something else, that's when you forget about your trigger finger or forget about your muzzle angle. So putting you under a little bit of stress and having to think means that even under stressful conditions, you're going to perform to the minimum safety level required. Now, this gets even worse when we use the cones. So he put different coloured cones down on the floor, and he's telling you what he wants you to shoot, how he wants you to shoot it, and at what cone you want to shoot it from. So you know, you're trying to pay attention to where you are, you're trying to find your cone, you're trying to get there fairly quickly and take the shot. He really does try to confuse you by, you know, switching between the colours, left and right, up and down, north, east, south, west. So it really does make you think, and it's quite mentally taxing. It might look quite simple, but if you're new to it, it's going to make sure that even under you know, in the deep end under a stressful situation, that you're still adhering to all of the safety aspects that you're meant to. The safety courses are actually quite skill based, going back to all of the different positions. Connor's took us through why certain positions work better than others, so tips like these are incredibly useful for a match and something that I'm gonna remember going forward. It was then about no shoots, again a very educational and sort of skill based thing. Where does your gun actually shoot? This is potentially the first chance that somebody is going to come up against a no shoot, and working out where to hit the target from various distances to make sure that you hit the target, not the no shoot, is incredibly useful. But again, it's about testing you, making sure that as you're moving about and trying to shoot those plates, that you're not doing anything dangerous, because when you start to focus and concentrate on, you know, not shooting that no shoot, that's again where you might forget about your trigger finger or even forget about your muzzle angles. So you might have noticed that up to this point it was fairly open and free. There wasn't a lot to sort of bump into or even get tangled up in, and with being a little bit more proficient and understanding about all of the different ways to take the shots and use the gun, we introduce an obstacle. So the obstacle is to basically test that you've picked up and learned everything through the safety course, and that you are adhering to that, and that you're able to navigate an obstacle safely. Balance boards and seesaws and things like that are also incredibly popular within practical shooting. Again, somebody might have never have shot a shotgun or any sort of rifle or pistol whilst trying to stay balanced. Just trying to again stay focused, stay in control is a great test. You can see that Connors is right there, he's got his hand out. If one of us was to fall back, he's there to make sure that the gun is safe and also we are safe as well. The day was then rounded off by a couple of stages, putting everything together that we had been instructed on and sort of tested and assessed on throughout the day, and putting it into an actual competition environment, running a stage under the timer, a little bit of competition, get the heart rate going, and again making sure that under the stressful environment, when you sort of get your blinkers on and get really focused on getting that fast time, that you are remaining safe and adhering to everything that you're meant to for the safety course. This is really important for practical shooting as a whole. It makes sure that all competitors are at a minimum standard and a minimum level. I'm incredibly happy to say that I passed the course, and not only passed it but received it at a competition license level. A big thank you to Connors and Blue Fieldsports. It was the Blue Fieldsports range that we were using, and for Connors for giving up his time to allow Alex and I to obtain our competition licenses. But there we go, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any questions at all or want any further information, please drop a comment in the comment section below. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and please make sure that you're subscribed as well. And as always, guys, I hope to see you soon.